Over here, my fabric was already put on fold. This trouser is going to have a waistband of 4 inches. You could opt for 3 inches, 2.5, 2 inches, or even 1.5 inches, depending on your taste. For me, I want to go for 4 inches as my waistband today. Always remember your waistband is part of the length of your trousers. Over here, since my waistband is going to be cut separately, I will make sure I factor in the 4 inches. I'll just take it away, because when I'm done, I'm going to cut a separate waistband to attach to it. So wherever measurement I'm taking, wherever lengthwise measurements I'm taking, I need to factor in that waistband, which is 4 inches. The next thing to do now is to determine our crotch length. In many of my videos, I've emphasized that the formula to get your crotch length is your hip circumference divided by 4. So you need to add ease allowances. And the ease allowances is determined by where you wear your pants up to. There are some who want to wear their trousers to below their navel, that is at their abdomen area. Some want to wear it exactly at their navel, and others want to wear it above their navel. Depending on where you want to wear your trousers up to, that will determine the ease allowances you should add to your crotch length. Okay, if you're going to wear your trousers below your navel, you could go ahead and divide your hip circumference by 4 and maybe half an inch or 1 inch for your ease allowances. If you want it exactly at your navel, you need to go ahead and add 1.5 inches to 2 inches allowances. If you also want it above your navel, just as I wanted mine, you need to add 2.5 to 3 inches allowances. My hip circumference is 40 inches. 40 inches divided by 4 will be giving me 10 inches. I'll be marking 10 inches at this side, and I'll go ahead and add 3 inches. Remember, I said I want to wear these trousers above my navel, and I'm also going to be adding half an inch to that 3 inches for the joining allowance. Remember, I'm going to be attaching a waistband to this length, and I will need half an inch to join this to the waistband, so I'll be adding half an inch. In all, I'm marking 13.5 inches. After marking 13.5 inches, I'll just go ahead and square that out. I'll go ahead and mark the full length of these trousers. The full length of my trousers is 38 inches. I'll be adding 2 inches as the folding allowance. Lengthwise, this is all we need for our palazzo pants. At the crotch line, I'll be dividing my hip circumference into 4, which is 40 divided by 4, giving me 10 inches. I will mark it over here. Now at the waistline, if you want your pant to be a fitted pant, you need to just divide your waist circumference by 4, mark it at the waistline. But for my case, it's a palazzo pant. I want to attach an elastic band. I'm not going to be making good use of my waist circumference. Over here, I don't need my waist circumference. I will need my hip circumference again at my waist circumference. So wherever my hip circumference divided by 4 was giving me, which is 10, it is the same thing I will mark at my waist circumference. Okay, over here, wherever I marked there, that was my hip circumference divided by 4, and answer also divided by 4 again. I will come to this side, mark that same figure there, which was 2.5 inches, and I'll come to this end and mark 1 inches that way, and I'll go ahead and just curve that to get my crotch curve. This is the crotch curve. At the hem of the palazzo pant, at this end, I'll just be stepping in by 1 inch, and I'll make a diagonal line to join with the crotch curve below the crotch curve this way. If you want the bottom part of your pant to be very loose, just make it so. Here at my center front, I'll step down by 0.7 inches. I'll go ahead and make a diagonal line to join with the side seam area this way. This way, your trousers is going to relax perfectly at your abdomen or your tummy area. This is going to reinforce and enhance the shape at the center front area. Let's go ahead and just cut out everything. I hope this is very clear. That is how easy it is to cut a palazzo pant. I have a full series on trousers or pants cutting, from fitted pants to loose pants to palazzo pants to all the kinds of trousers or pants. Let's go ahead and now draft the back pieces. So this is another fabric on fold, but this second fabric should be lengthwise and widthwise longer than that of the first fabric. Okay, let's go ahead and place the front pieces we've cut already on it for you to see what I'm talking about. Can you see that? Make sure your width is about 4 to 5 inches bigger than the front pieces width, and the length should also be 3 to 5 inches also more than that of the front piece. Here I'll step up by 2.5 inches. I'll go ahead and make a diagonal line to join with the side seams. At this side, I'll be marking 3 inches, and on this side 3 inches as well. I'll go ahead and draw out the back crotch curve. This is the back crotch curve. Let me go ahead and blend it out. 2 inches and 2 inches to the hem of the pant. Here, let's go ahead and connect a line. I'll go ahead and cut out. Here is a fabric piece for the waistband. My waistband was 4 inches. 4 inches times 2 plus 1 inches for the joining allowance. It's giving me 9 inches. So this is 9 inches fabric piece I'm gonna have to cut. Here is a 4 inches black elastic I shall be using. The side seams are joined together. They shouldn't be joined together. So just go ahead and open them up before you start your sewing. Other side, I'm going to start stitching from here to here with 1/2 inch seam allowances, and at the front piece to this same place. That is what I'll be doing. Let's go to the machine. Here I was done with joining the crotch curves. This is the back. I'll be placing the front on top of the back, right side facing each other. I'll go ahead and arrange it this way and stitch the side seam. Also take it to the other end, arrange it perfectly, and also stitch that way as well. Now let's also go ahead and stitch the inseam. The inseam is from here to here and then to there. That is it. When I'm done, I'll go ahead and fold the hem of my pants. I was done with all the joining and the folding. So here I'll take my tape rule and measure the waist circumference. Whatever figure I got from that measurement, measure that same measurement on my band. I'll cut that out. I'll fold it this way and stitch that way. I'm done with joining it this way. After joining it, this is how it's looking like, just like this. So I'll go ahead and fold it that way. Go ahead and arrange the ends that way. Here I'll be leaving about 1 inch opening so that I'll be able to pass through my elastic, and I'll just go ahead and sew all around. Inches opening I left. Please, this is crucial. Don't sew it through. I'll leave 1 inches opening. That is where we'll be inserting our band. This is my band. I just subtracted 3 inches from my waist circumference, and that was the length of my outfit. Over here, I was done inserting the elastic. I'll need to take it to the sewing machine and close up that 1 inches opening I left. After that, I'll just run straight stitches across the elastic. After I was done running the straight stitches across the elastic band, this was how it was looking. So I didn't show this part of the video because I already have a very detailed tutorials on my channel explaining how to run a perfect and a uniform stitches across an elastic band like this. You definitely need to check that out too. For now, all that is left is for me to take it to my sewing machine and attach this elastic band to my trousers or my pants. Voila, that is how to sew a palazzo pant. I just need to take it to my knitting machine and knit out all those marks you are seeing. Look at that. Oh, this is looking so beautiful. This is sparkling. This is, oh my god. Get along with me and let's dress up. Look at that. You cannot underestimate this outfit. This is so gorgeous.